Hey, hey, what's happening, Confident Crusaders? I'm coming in live from a totally different location, and I'm not screaming with excitement. I've got a sick daughter, although I don't really think she's sick anymore. She was sick over the weekend. She's home, she's sleeping, she's resting. And so I didn't want to be in my office because my office is like right next to her room, and supposedly she's sleeping right now. Although I feel like I just heard her come out of her room. Anyways, I'm here in my kitchen. So as you guys are coming in, say hey, let me know where it is you guys are coming in from. And then, of course, as I go live, the garbage men are right outside and it's noisy. So, anywho, what are you going to do, right? Life of a mom trying to work with sick kids, craziness happening. But I wanted to talk to you guys today about what it takes to show up as a leader. What is your role as a leader? Because oftentimes I hear people either fearful of bringing in team members. Hey, LaDonna, how are you? Because they don't feel confident in their leadership abilities, right? And so I wanted to talk about this because it holds people back, or then they do bring people in and then these people don't do anything. So then it just kind of perpetuates the problem of feeling like you're not a good leader, right? And so here's what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk about what does it mean to be a good leader? What is your role? What is their role? And are you doing something wrong or are you actually doing something right? So as you guys are coming in, say hey, smash that like button, smash the share button with anybody that you think needs to hear this, that maybe feels that they're not adequate as a leader. What I can say is it's through trial and error, right? And I've been in this industry for 10 years now, and I started off bad. I started off like totally hand-holding. I had never really been like a leader before. And so I want to like start with there's no right, there's no wrong. And we're always learning, we're always growing, right? Like leadership skills are taught after time. It's not something that a lot of us in this profession have ever been in that role before. And so I want to talk about what it means to be a leader, what is your role, and how you can help your team succeed. All right. So, first, I want to start with a story. First of all, I want to know in the comments how many people are on your team. You are a leader of one, yourself, or you're a leader of 10, you're a leader of hundreds, 200s, 300s. Let me know in the comments how many people are on your team. Because I want to share with you a story. When I first got started in this network marketing space, this was almost 10 years ago. I first got started, and one of my girlfriends from high school, and one of my best friends, she joined, and she was really influential, still is influential, but she grew really, really quickly. But she had no idea what she was doing, and she was a professional. She was working full time as a vet, and so she brought in all of these people, and I was like, oh my god. I now have a team of hundreds, and it like just doubled like super duper quick. It was like momentum loves speed. And so as she was coming in and I was trying to lead my team and at the same time trying to get everybody going, I made this mistake. Okay. And so I want somebody to put down 80-20 in the comments. What does 80-20 mean? 80-20, this is the mistake that I made, is that I was so busy focusing on helping her team win and getting them all up and running that I stopped working my business. Okay. That was a big mistake. So my business went like this, and then I stopped working it, and then it was like, and it started to go down, right? Like you don't want that. So the 80-20 first rule is 80% of the time you are your own business and you need to be working your business. You need to be doing your daily DMOs, right? Reaching out to new people, having conversations, bringing in business builders, bringing in sales. That's your job 80% of the time. 20% of the time is your time to lead. Okay. So notice, where do you spend more time? You spend more time building your own personal business than you do leading. So what happens, and I see it so often, and I was so guilty of this, I was literally trying to pull everybody along with me on my team. Okay. Everybody along with me on my team, that my business started to go backwards. And so I saw this analogy. It was by Fraser Brooks. Shout out to Frazier. He was amazing. I saw this training that he did and I was like, oh my God, it's so spot on. Okay. And he took a deck of cards. And when you're flipping over a deck of cards, what you're looking for is you're looking for an ace, right? We all want those aces. We all want those total rock stars. How many times have we like signed somebody up? Maybe they have influence. Maybe they've been in this network marketing space before. And we're like, oh my God, this is like amazing. I like just signed up an ace, right? Like, and you flip it over, you flip that card over and you got your ace. And you're like, oh my God, this is incredible, right? And so you flip that card over, you sign that person up, you think they're going to be amazing, and they're a total dud. Drop a 2 in the comments if you've ever signed somebody up that you think is absolutely going to be amazing and then they actually don't do anything. Now, it's not you. I want you guys to know, as a leader, it's not you if somebody doesn't do anything. When I first got started in this network marketing space, my upline, like, she was there to answer some questions for me, but I was the ace because I took the initiative to learn, right? I took the initiative to dive into all of that training. Nobody ever held my hand and told me, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. No, I saw the vision. My upline was there to help me answer any questions that I had, but she was there as a guide. Okay. So I want you guys to write the word guide in the comments because that is your role as a leader. It is not there to handhold. It is not there to work harder than they are willing to work. Okay. Again, it goes back to that 80-20 rule. 80% of that time you're working your own business. 20% of the time you're helping your team. So when Frazier was pulling out this ace, I loved the analogy that he gave. And he said, okay, here's your starting point, right? So when I have somebody started, I say, I want you to download these apps. Let me know when they're done. Done. All right, perfect. Now, in the next 24 hours, if you're really serious about building this business, I want you to make your list of 100. Who are 100 people that you could reach out to about the business or the opportunity? Let me know when you're done. And then you wait for them to come back, right? I'm not sitting there being like, hey, did you do your list of 100? Hey, did you do your list of 100? Oh, no, time that. Oh, that's okay. Did you do your list of 100? Did you do your list of 100? No, I am constantly giving them steps along the way and bringing them and telling them to come back to me. If you're really serious about this, make that list of 100 within the next 24 hours, right? Then, okay, awesome. Here's our launch guide. I want you to go through these 3 videos. When you're done, let me know. Hopefully you can get it done in the next 24 hours, right? And so then that way we're guiding them to the answers to their questions. We're guiding them along the way to their business. We are not literally sitting there and dragging them along with us, because what's going to happen is you're going to find out really, really quickly if you've got your ace, you've got your stud, or you've got your 2 and you've got a dud, right? And so it's not that we don't help the 2s, but we meet them where their goals are at, not where our goals are at. And it's our job 80% of that time to continue to look for that ace, right? Because we all know that that one ace, that one me, that one you that you could have on your team is going to be the difference between making a little bit of money and making a lot of money in this network marketing space. Okay. Is that making sense? Drop a 4 in the comments if this is providing value for you guys, right? And if it's like, oh, maybe a weight has been lifted off of my chest and I'm not that bad of a leader, right? Now, what I will say is, a leader, have those actionable steps in place for people to follow so that you know what to give them and what to guide them on, right? But you can't do it for them. They have to do it. This is their business. It's their job to start learning, right? And I say it when somebody joins my team, especially if they've never done network marketing, I say, this is like learning a new language. It's going to take a little bit of time, right? So I want you to dedicate about 30 minutes to learning every single day so that you can get the hang of it. But the idea is that if you get fascinated with the learning, you're going to have success, right? Don't get frustrated, get fascinated. And so if you approach it differently and you set the expectations that it's like learning a new language, and you're setting it up for your team and you're letting them know that it's going to take some time and some personal development and some professional development in order to learn how to be successful. Hi, Lauren. How are you? You're on my list. I have your videos. I'm going to review them in a little bit. Just give me a little bit. I got a sick kid at home as well. It's been nutty. But I want you guys to realize that you have to let them do the work. You cannot do the work for them. And so what I see is like two things happen. I see people that are either like pulling people along the way and dragging them, right? Like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink type of thing, right? So I see that a lot. And then what I also see a lot is I see them like do absolutely nothing with their team, right? There's a fine balance between being a guide, looking for your ace, supporting your aces, supporting your twos at the same time, but also making sure that you're not doing more work than they are. Right. So a lot of times I see they're like, oh my God, they ghosted me. They didn't do anything. Like I signed up 11 people, 10 people, 15 people, 20 people, and they all are gone. Right. Well, guess what? You haven't found your ace yet. You found those twos. You found those threes. Guys, I can't even tell you how many times I've signed up people that I'm like, oh my God, this person is going to rock this business, and they don't do anything. Right? So I know very quickly whether they're an ace or not. They might seem like they're an ace, but they're not an ace. Or then I'll sign up somebody who I'm not really quite sure if they'll do great. They're so coachable, so ready to learn, so eager to go and dive into the training. And I know that we can get them to become an ace because they're so hungry for doing all of the steps that are necessary, right? And so it's our job as a leader to sift and sort through our team to figure out who was our aces and who was our twos, right? I wish I had like a card deck to show you, because when Fraser did that, like he was like pulling out the cards and I was like, oh my God, like such a genius analogy, right? And so what you'll notice is that with your aces, you don't have to handhold. You just don't. I want you to ask yourselves this question. Did anybody ever handhold you, or did you dive into the learning? Because I know for me, nobody handheld me. I was diehard. I was like, I saw the vision, I caught the vision, and I went to the next level and I started diving into every single training over and over and over again, right? And so I took it upon myself to learn. Not everybody does that, right? And so it's your job to be there as a supporter for your twos and a supporter for your aces. It doesn't matter, right? But it's not your job as a leader to work harder than anybody on your team, because at the end of the day, this is their business. They signed up to be a business owner, to be an entrepreneur. And it's their business, their goals, their jobs, all of that, right? There's only so much that you can do. And there's only so much that you should do, because 80% of that time needs to be on your business. And so what ended up happening when I was so busy focusing on supporting my team and being there for my team and answering all their questions, and instead of guiding them to the answers, like literally like spoon feeding them like you do a baby, right? My business slowly took a back seat. Now, I don't know if your company has like a comp plan where you have to have like balanced legs, or you have to have so much from this volume to this volume, or whatever it may be. But if you're too busy focusing on one leg or one group of people, you know what's going to happen is your business is going to take a hot halt or a stop or a decline. And mine took it went like doop. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then I was helping and helping and helping and helping. And as I was helping, there were not that many aces, and I wasn't growing and I wasn't growing, and there weren't that many aces on that team. And then I started to like decline very quickly. And I don't want that to happen to you. And that's why I started with this 80-20 rule, and why it's so, so, so important to have that balance. Okay. So guys, hashtag value if this has been helpful for you. Let me know that you've gotten like some relief as to what is your role as a leader. Your job is to inspire. Your job is to be there to help guide, not to spoon feed, right? And one of the things that I was talking about in one of my leadership trainings that I went to is a daily inspiration to post and I was like, I love that, because that's our guide, that's our job as a leader, is to inspire, right? To have people believe in themselves, to have people believe in this industry, to have people believe in the company and everything. And so doing some sort of like positive affirmations and um daily thoughts, inspirational things. That's what a leader does. A leader doesn't spoon feed, right? And if you think about your bosses, for those of you that are in like corporate America or whatever, they weren't there to spoon feed you. They were there to help guide you, answer your questions. And that's what your job is as a leader. So, guys, I hope that this was helpful. Hashtag value. I will see you. I don't know if I will be on next Monday. I'm not going to lie. So, this Saturday, my daughter, Sophia, the oldest, is having her bat mitzvah. um drop a six if you've ever been to a bat mitzvah. It's like a mini wedding. We have 100 people coming in. Half of them are coming in from out of town. It's a little bit crazy, it's a little bit nutty, and so I might need my like feet up. It's like an alcoholic beverage come Monday morning. So we'll see. I might like come on like spur the moment, last minute on Monday. But anyways, guys, I hope that you guys have an amazing day. Lauren, so good to see you. I will be in touch in a little bit over here. And have a great day. I love you guys. I believe in you, and we'll talk soon.